decide which of them is appropriate for discussion. And Egypt will take over presidency of the AU's Peace and Security Council, PSC, during October. Egypt's ambassador to Ethiopia and permanent envoy to the AU, Mohammed Gad, said that Egypt will be president of the PSC. Ambassador Gad said on Monday that during its presidency, Egypt will act to boost the role played by the PSC in maintaining peace, security and stability, as well as addressing security and development challenges in the continent in line with AU's Agenda 2063. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Badr Abdulati, condemned Israel's ongoing year-long war on Gaza and its aggression on the West Bank, describing it as an absolute shame on the international community and its institutions, which have been unable to put an end to the violence. Speaking at the high-level general debate of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly, Abdulati strongly condemned dangerous Israeli escalation that knows no bounds and is pushing the region into the abyss. He noted that Egypt has engaged in intensive mediation efforts alongside Qatar and the United States, with Israel hindering these ceasefire efforts for several months. And now we are joined over the phone by Mrs. Monica William, International Relations Analyst, and she's going to talk to us more about the UN General Assembly meetings in New York. Good afternoon, Mrs. Monica.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, so Mrs. Monica, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Badr Abdulati, spoke at the high-level general debate of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly and strongly condemned the dangerous Israeli escalation that knows no bounds and is pushing the region into a war. How do you read this speech by the Foreign Minister and its importance?
Firstly, I see that Egypt's speech at the high-level UN General Assembly is significant for several reasons. Firstly, it positions Egypt as a key player in regional stability, particularly in light of the current geopolitical issues in the Middle East. And by condemning the Israeli actions, Egypt reinforces its stance as a mediator and advocate for peace, aiming to foster dialogue and cooperation. Secondly, the speech sent a clear political message signal concerning Egypt's commitment to multilateralism, assuring the importance of international institutions and international community in resolving conflicts. This aligns with Egypt's actually historical role in the Arab world and enhances its diplomatic credibility. Lastly, addressing these issues at such a prominent platform highlights the urgency of the situation and drawing global attention and potentially mobilizing international support for peace initiatives.
Yes, Ms. Monica, the Foreign Minister also held several meetings and interviews on the sidelines of his participation. What is the importance of these meetings during this time of escalation in Lebanon?
As we saw, the Foreign Minister have several meetings in different circles of foreign affairs or Egyptian foreign affairs. It's very crucial amid the escalating tensions in Lebanon, so we can read it from different perspectives. This engagement provides platform for Egypt to assert its influence with other nations concerning about regional stability on hand, and by then discussing these urgent issues with the key stakeholders, Egypt can advocate for diplomatic solution and share its perspective on conflict resolution. And I think, on the other hand, such interactions also enable Egypt to gather insights from other countries, which can inform its own policies and strategies and so on regarding the upcoming period. And on the other side, we can see that one of the most important meetings is with Iranian foreign minister. The two sides also exchanged views on various issues, especially that Iran is a key actor at this issue and still remains multiple quiet.
So, Mr. Abdelati also emphasized the Cairo's commitment to enhancing the UN role in addressing the underlying issues of the conflicts surrounding Egypt's borders. He stated that this can only be achieved by maintaining the unity of the national state and its territorial integrity, supporting institutions and ensuring national ownership of solutions without external interference, adding that this approach is central to Egypt's strategy in all regional crises in Libya, Syria, Sudan and Somalia. How do you read this?
Abdelati insisted on maintaining the unity of national state and its territory. Actually, Egypt has successfully adopted balanced foreign affairs which reflect its regional role, working to maintain the region balance and prevent it from sliding into chaos. So Egypt achieves this through flexible relation with all concerned parties in a region. We can see that from West Egypt, through its clear role in the Palestinian cause, refused to and call for ceasefire agreements, the exchange of prisoners. To the south, despite ongoing efforts to hold the bloodshed, the distance between parties in Sudan continued to grow, and the process, of course, of reconciliation will require more time to bridge the gap. In the West, Egypt is striving to support the political process in Libya, for instance, aimed at preserving the country's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political unity. In Syria, efforts are ongoing to reach a comprehensive and permanent solution. So Egypt reaffirmed its support for Somalia unity and sovereignty in different platforms or different conference, rejecting any interference in its internal affairs.
So, Mrs. Monica, how do you see the recent escalation in Lebanon, and do you expect it can come to an end soon?
I guess that Israel actions, it's very difficult to predict how what's the next day, what's behind after the kill of hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, after the kill of the head of Hezbollah party. So I guess it's a very difficult, difficult situation. No one can predict specifically what's the next step for what's the UN role and what the international community will interact and interact with Israel to ceasefire immediately the crisis in Lebanon.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Monica William, International Relations Analyst. Thank you for being with us. I give you a short break and we'll be back, so stay tuned.